Well, I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday with family and friends, but boy, oh boy, there were some bad Christmas takes over the past 48 hours. AFL clubs used social media to wish supporters Merry Christmas, although two of Melbourne's biggest clubs couldn't quite bring themselves to say the Christmas word. The Richmond Football Club wished supporters a safe and happy time, which begged the question, a safe and happy what time? What time is it? Christmas time? Can't say that. You know what they can say, though? Here's the Richmond Football Club's social media from March last year, wishing a blessed Ramadan to all those celebrating. So they can boldly celebrate the Islamic holiday of Ramadan, wishing a blessing upon people, but they can't bring themselves to even mention the Christian holiday the majority of us subscribe to. When it comes to Christmas deniers, Richmond wasn't Robin Crusoe. The Essendon Football Club told its supporters, stay safe, stay well, happy holidays to you all. But here they are on an Islamic holiday. Quote, happy Ramadan from all of us at Essendon. And check out this exchange on Twitter between the Melbourne Cricket Grounds media team and fans frustrated by woke sporting organisations. The official MCG Twitter account posted on Christmas morning, happy Boxing Day Eve to all who celebrate. Now someone commented, what is it with people in Melbourne not being able to say Merry Christmas? To which the official MCG account snapped back, we're a cricket ground. We'll let you figure out the rest. Well, here's what I can't figure out. Why is the MCG just a cricket ground at Christmas, but proudly Islamic at other times of the year? Ramadan Mubarak to all those celebrating, said the SCG. Sure, just a cricket ground. And then, of course, you had the leftist media celebrating Christmas as only they know how. Check out this headline from the New York Times, a former newspaper. Quote, why it matters that Jesus came from a dysfunctional family. What does it tell you about the New York Times that they equate sainthood with dysfunction? Of course, if Jesus had purple hair and was demanding access to women's bathrooms, you could bet the New York Times would be advocating for him. But no, he's just God in flesh appearing. Dysfunctional. And then there was this two-page spread headlined, quote, a conversation about the virgin birth that maybe wasn't. Honestly, they chose Christmas to publish a piece debunking the virgin birth and arguing that Mary either had an affair or was raped by a Roman soldier. I guess they just kind of ran out of Russian collusion stories. You have to love the lefty media, though. The virgin birth, that's ridiculous. Also, men can get pregnant and we need tampons in male bathrooms. And just to show you how much the lefty media hates you, having used Christmas to slander Jesus as dysfunctional and portray Mary as a rape victim, the New York Times ran this piece, quote, why are so many Christians so cruel? Incredible. I've got just one question. Do you think any other religion would get this sort of treatment on their special holiday? The New York Times should really stick to stuff they're good at, like, I don't know, crossword puzzles. Maybe we could excuse the New York Times for not knowing any better, but Bear Grylls, well, he should have known better. He produced a Christmas video with accompanying caption that claimed Mary was a, quote, Middle Eastern refugee and a young, poor and no doubt terrified Palestinian girl.
This bit of the story is set in a place in Palestine, first century Palestine, called Bethlehem. And this is first person, this part of the story, from a young, scared, poor young girl called Mariam.
No, Bear Grylls, the Christmas story is not set in first century Palestine. It's set in Judea, which was part of Israel. The area wasn't called Palestine until well after the birth of Christ, when the Romans gave it that name to slight the Jews. And Mary wasn't Palestinian, and nor was she a refugee as we understand refugees today. She was a Jew, descended from Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, and she fled with her baby to Egypt to escape the murderous King Herod, but promptly returned to her homeland the moment it was safe to do so. Using the Christmas story to try to eradicate the Jews and the state of Israel is disgraceful, especially from someone who should know better, but it gets worse. According to the Telegraph, Church of England ministers were instructed to water down the Christmas message this year so as not to upset diverse communities or inflame tensions over the war in Gaza. Clergy in Birmingham were warned to avoid carols that overly emphasised Israel, which is kind of hard since that's where the story happened, and to avoid any suggestion that Jesus was the true Messiah or that Christianity was the one true religion. If the Church of England is warning its priests not to imply that Christianity is true at Christmas, what then is the point of the Church of England? You might as well just stay home reading the New York Times. By the way, does anyone think imams are combing the Quran to delete things that might upset Christians, or Jews for that matter? Pro-Palestinian protesters disrupted a Christmas mass in Dublin and received applause from members of the congregation who I assume must have been Essendon supporters, or maybe staffers from the MCG's media team. Jesus, give me strength. But there was another attack on Christmas that caught my eye, and this one subtle but telling. Check out this video from Justin Trudeau's Transport Minister.
Don't forget, we need your urgent approval to clear Santa's flight. He's scheduled to take off soon. It's one of your new responsibilities as Minister of Transport.
I've been so looking forward to doing this. Is Santa well rested and ready to fly?
Santa has submitted all his pre-clearance forms and the reindeer are healthy and ready to fly.
Oh, hi, Santa.
Hello, Minister.
I've just received your flight plan and I'm giving you the green light to take off, Santa.
Now, I know it's a fun video for the kids, but did you notice the way kids are being taught that even imaginary characters have to submit to the dictates of government? If the reindeers emit too much flatulence, or if Santa's workshop is not found to be compliant with government DEI policies, then watch out. Call me old-fashioned, but no government should be authorising Christmas. I know it's just a bit of fun. Still, it's a little insight into how government ministers perceive their place in the universe. Not even Santa gets to fly without first filling out the required paperwork and receiving confirmation of approval. No wonder so many have a problem with Jesus.